And welcome back to the MLG 2K series. I am Mr. X, joined by Revan, and we are going to be going into game number 4 of Optic against Envy, and it is going to be Freight Domination. If you missed the first 3 games, Optic won the Search and Destroy, and they just won Blitz. Envy won the first game. So, Revan, what do you predict right here?
I think Envy are going to take this one. They are, I think, one of the best Dom Freight teams that I've seen play so far. They're just so aggressive, especially when they're spawning on C flag first. They love to just spawn trap the other team at the A flag for as long as they possibly can. So as I join into the game, it looks like Optic, they actually have the C side spawn. And I think this is the side that a lot of teams like to spawn on before they move over to A.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm on board with Team Envious, and you saw Ray, he was able to get up into top Owens, and he was able to kill a guy in 3-story, but they still are not able to get this B flag. And what do you think the best strategy is to be able to get this B flag, Revan?
I think you just need one smoke grenade right in the middle of the B flag, and then you just jump on the train. A lot of people like to cap it just by laying down and inching forward, but you can get easily shot from under the train. But you could either climb up on the mid part of the train, all the way on top of the train, but you could cap it. I think that's probably the best spot to go to if you want to try to move on to B.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right there, we were on board with Gunjar, and you saw that, I believe that was Ricky. He was on top of the train. He was capping that B flag, like you said, and I mean, he was able to just spawn trap Gunjar, so I agree. But when you see Spacely now, he makes a nice play. He was trying to go all the way around to see, but Nachow was there to stop it. So this is a strong plays right here out of Optic Gaming. And I mean, look at the scoreboard, right? I mean, Saints is 5-2.
That's a lot of kills, especially since we've only played a minute 20 seconds with the 5-second respawn delay. Not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. He's picked up his 6, and I mean, that's really what Saints is. I mean, he's just a slayer. That's a player that, like, you wouldn't want him to do any objective work. You say, you know what, you just kill everything, and we'll figure everything else out.
Saints, go kill. Saints smash.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But now Envy, what do they have to do to break out of this kind of spawn trap that Optic are putting on? You see Envy, they're constantly spawning over near the crates. They have a decent ways to go. They move over to B. Do they just want to maybe flank through underground, try to fight over through 3-story? What's their game plan to push out and take map control?
I think they really need to get control of the Optic players' buildings. If you can get into that green or fire, and then push up in the top Owens, get behind them and just cause distractions there. I think that's how you'll be able to get that B flag back. And as I say that, you saw Spacely, he was in bottom fire. He was able to go over to Owens, pick up a kill, and then he died. But, making that play was able to give Gunjar enough time to take back that B flag.
And Gunjar, I was watching him throughout all that. He climbed to the mid part of the train and just started capping him. Now Embos, he's got to go big here. Hipfire connecting, finds another one on top of the train. That's going to be Scumpy as the B flag is currently neutralized, but it looks like Optic Gaming, are they going to be able to take control?
Yeah.
Yes, they will be. Gunjar runs out of ammo, can't pick up the kill. As Optic Gaming, they're going to look to increase their lead.
Yeah, and they're just pretty much dominating the kill feed mid-map right there. I mean, you saw Saints pick up another 2 kills. You saw Scump in the kill feed right there. And if you're Envy, you really got to make a strong push. I mean, you have players in your buildings. I mean, you have Ray getting on B right now, throwing down a smoke, but he has players coming from both sides. He has players coming from his crates. He has players coming from his white side gate. So it's definitely not the best position to try and take B in.
Yeah, at least they were able to neutralize it, but in that process, they also lost control of A. So they kind of have to forfeit some of the map control they just earned, rotate back, pick up A. But they're down by 18 points right now with a minute 30 seconds left to play. So Optic, they have a good lead to work with here, and it's going to be up to Envy to be a bit more aggressive around the map. And as you were saying, the name of the game here on Freight is to get an SMG in your opponent's buildings. You see right now, it looks like it's Saints that's doing that for Optic, and Envy, they're having such a tough time pushing out on the map because of that.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to push out on the map, but as you can see, Gunjar, he's just looking in his top bar. He doesn't know where Saints is. Now he sees him, but now he's forced to put so much pressure on defying Saints, and Saints actually able to kill him right there. And when you have a player like that who's just being sneaky around in your base, just killing people and just being super aggressive, you're putting so much attention on trying to get him out that all the other players are going to do damage as well.
Now I'm watching Spacely picked up 2 quick kills, and now he's going to jump right into the B flag along with his teammate. But because Saints still behind enemy lines, he's able to get a clear line of sight towards that B flag, and he was able to stop it from being captured completely by Envy. And just like that, they send 2 players onto the B flag, and it's back under Optic control.
Yeah, I mean, Saints was able to be up into that top bar room. I would say he was up there for a good minute and 10 seconds. I mean, he was just pretty much stopping anytime Envy was able to get out and get on to B, he was going to put a stop to it. And, you know, this is a very good showing from Optic Gaming. And, I mean, which side did you favor? I think that the side that...
C-side.
Really?
Yeah, if you spawn C-side and you're aggressive enough like NVR, then you're able to get a really good spawn trap going down over near back white. You're able to get control of A and get a 3-cap going. But
see, I think you can get a really nice spawn trap on the side that Envy is on. You can get them behind that wall, and it's just pretty dominant. So that's going to be a 29-point victory for Optic Gaming right there. So
good match skill.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what is it? 60? What was it? 89 and 60, right? Yeah.
Well, take a look at that scoreboard. So you had Saints. He's on top, and he got 16 kills from being behind enemy lines. But once they were able to deal with Saints, and we pushed on the map, and then they ran into Ricky, who also dropped 16 kills, and he only died 8 times.
Yeah, he's
so
just
you
watching.
Can see that. He was just controlling the map the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he just got that AR, just controlling that mid-map the entire game, and I mean that's really what Optic picked Ricky up for. I mean, that's what they thought they were going to get with JCap, but JCap plays a little bit more aggressive than Ricky, a little bit more of just a slayer. JCap really doesn't need a role. He's kind of one of those players who can just roam around and, you know, just pick up kills and do his own thing, and, you know, that really wasn't working with Optic too well.
All right, so let's jump over to Optic. I don't think we were watching them during that side. And
nope.
Who do you think the players to watch from this squad?
I mean, after we saw Saints drop 30 on that blitz and then had a great game that first half, I think we got to watch Saints. Am I right?
All right. So you're saying that Saints is the best player on Optic?
I mean, well, in this series, he's been very good.
Yeah, he's been the MVP, I think, right now.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. I mean, you know, we were talking about Saints and how he guarantees kills, and he's doing exactly that, giving his team, you know, 16 kills in domination in just 5 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's fairly good. You know, I like the use of this SC2010. It's a AR that we see used, I mean, sparingly. I mean, we see mostly Remingtons, I would say, but
depends on the map.
Yeah, I think the SC2010 though is very good at that medium to close range like encounters for an AR. So I definitely think that on this map or a map like Sovereign even, it's also very useful.
Yeah, so if you're using the SC2010, you're able to be a lot more aggressive on the map. So if you're looking like a player like Aches, who just loves to kill things and be aggressive, you know, perfect gun for him. But if you're more of a player like Ricky, who's positional based, then the Remington, that's going to be your gun of choice.
Right, absolutely. I think Ricky, definitely the Remington suits his playstyle the best. I think Scump should actually probably try an SC2010. I think that would probably fit his playstyle. You know, plays a lot like Aches. He's very aggressive, just kill everything, do it all type of player. But right now you see Optic, they're going to be trying to take this B flag back, and it looks like that Saints is going to be able to get it. You know, he's going to switch over to a sub, and that's going to give Optic just 2 subs and 2 ARs. And, you know, I think mostly a lot of teams are running mostly 3 subs on this map. It's a little bit different of a look.
I think it all depends on if you have the B flag or if you're trying to take the B flag. Some teams will switch up from time to time. You know, if you're holding B flag, a lot of people will be like, well, why do we have to push out on the map? Let me just take on an assault rifle. I'll set up top in my nest here. You know, I'll bring some s'mores, light a fire, and, you know, we'll have a grand old time. But if you're trying to take control of that B flag, then you're like, okay, we need more aggression. We need more mobility around the map. So then you'll switch to a SMG.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's definitely something that can just change as the game goes on. I think that's one of the things that separates a lot of these teams. You know, some teams make very good mid-game adjustments. They realize, you know, they're not using flak jacket or they're not using attack mask, and, you know, they'll switch up their classes appropriately. But, you know, a lot of people, they don't utilize their classes too well, Revan. Some people, they have like 2 classes that they use and they don't really mess with the other ones. I really don't understand that.
Yeah, I know. My teammate Mochella, he only uses 1 class, like, for everything.
Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. You should probably have a talk with him.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to. He's like, nope, I only use 1 thing and 1 thing only. And I'm like, all right, man. All right. And then I bring up his Columbus placing, and then he gets all quiet on me.
What do you get at Columbus?
Top 40.
Okay. What'd you get at Columbus?
I casted that.
Okay,
so technically I placed around better than top 40 at least.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. And, you know, you see Nadeshot actually pulled out an AR right there with an SC2010. And, you know, you're going to see 2 players from Envy try and cap that B flag. But, you know, I was on board Scump. Scump was able to take them out pretty easily, you know, with that Remington from distance. So with 2 minutes to go, and Optic with that 29-point lead, I mean, Envy's really got to start to try and make something happen here.
Yeah, and you saw it, even with the B flag neutralized, Optic chose to take out more assault rifles than SMGs. So already they're thinking, well, we don't have to capture B. We have a lead, and we still have a lead. So it's going to be up to Envy to dictate the pace of the game.
Absolutely, and you know, just taking a look at the scoreboard in this half, you have Embos for Envy going 10-10, Goonjar going even at 8-8, and Spacely and Ray, they're struggling a little bit. You know, Spacely 4-11, Ray 3-11. And then on the other side for Optic Gaming, I mean, you have Scump at 11-7, Nadeshot at 11-6, Ricky at 11-7 as well, and you know, Saints, player that, I mean, we were gonna watch at the start, you know, he was killing everything, and then we jinxed him. He's 9-8.
But Optic, they still have a lead. On the second side, it's only by 11 points, but overall, it's by 40. So they're in a very comfortable position. And as soon as it gets under 1 minute, and if Envy don't have all 3 flags captured, then I think this one's pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is definitely pretty much over. And I mean, as you see Ricky right there, he's going to take out Embos and Spacely. So, I mean, we can pretty much call this one over, and it's going to look like Optic Gaming is going to advance into your finals of this weekend's 2K series.
So congratulations to Optic Gaming. They will advance to the grand finals, as you just said. And let me go ahead and refresh your bracket. I believe that Paris Las Vegas, they're playing in the other semifinal.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's over. They're playing against FaZe. So I mean, that should be a very good matchup. I'm gonna go to MLG.com. I'm gonna go to that Curse LV page. I'm gonna see.
You mean MLG.TV?
Yeah, I mean.
Or TV.MajorLeagueGaming.com.
Or you can just go to MajorLeagueGaming.com. It's right there too. Okay. You can go to all 3 of the ones that we just suggested, and you know, you can see what the score is, and it looks like that is in the final mat.
All right, so that's nice to know. So keep in mind those players are probably streaming with a delay as well, so you're looking into the past.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm just trying to read the chat a little bit. It seems like there's some connection issues between some of the players, so that they may have to play man down in this freight dom. So I mean, that's something
that's not good.
Yeah, that's something that we will definitely look at once we get out of this and go into commercial break, see if we can jump into that one. But like you said, congratulations to Optic Gaming. They're going to move on to the grand finals of this weekend's 2K. And when we come back, maybe we'll have Curse LV against FaZe to bring to you, or we'll just jump straight into the grand finals. So stay tuned.